Scared about overpaying on a home? Good news. In 2025, buyers are finally calling the shots. So if you're wondering whether buyers have more leverage now, I'm here to say that yes, they do. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Sokoler, owner of the Sokoler team, Remax Properties East, 21 plus years in this business. And I think I know what I'm talking about. With more sellers lowering prices and offering perks, buyers aren't just winning. In some cases, they're dominating the market. Here's why. The largest discount in 2 years. That's according to Redfin. The typical U.S. home now sells for about 1.8% below the list price, which is the largest discount in nearly 2 years. In January 2025, the average closing time was 56 days, the longest recorded January timeline since 2020, yes, the pandemic, right? Here in Louisville, by the way, the average days on the market, it varies. Some reports say 29 days. That's up from 21 days just a year ago. And that's not a fluke. It's a buyer's market unfolding. Inventory surge fuels leverage. Okay, now new listings climbed 4.7% to 8.4% on average year to year in early 25. That's a national average, with the months of supply rising to 5 months. Now, note that's still a seller's market, but it is tipping the scales at just being a neutral market, the highest since 2019 to 2020. A market with a 5 months supply signals a strong buyer leverage or more of a neutral market than a seller's market. This surge stems partly from homeowners who locked in low pandemic era mortgage rates, those 2 3/4 and 3.25%, now reluctantly selling and increased supply continuing despite slow demand. Now, that can change, folks. Let me just point this out. Interest rates just recently dropped 1/4 point. And what will happen is if they drop again, we're seeing people jump off the fences even now, starting to look at homes. So as buyers, sooner is going to be better than later, because if rates do come down, you're going to see more people out there. And then this entire report, toss it out the window, because things are going to get crazy and sellers are going to be in the catbird seat again. So just remember that. All right, number 3 on our list here, slower sales. Even with more listings available, demand has weakened because in the past, interest rates had gone up. Pending sales fell 4 to 6% year over year, landing at the lowest January levels outside the pandemic. Mortgage rates were also near 7% in comparison. The average was 6.96% in January. As I mentioned, that's down to about 6.5% as of this recording of this video. That can change on a dime. So if you want, you can always keep in contact with me via email or by phone. Home prices are up 4% year over year, with the median of about $418,000 nationally. All of these are pushing buyers to the sidelines, making homes linger on the market. And in fact, over 60% lingered for more than 60 days, which is up from previous months. Now, this slowdown cools competition. It gives buyers more power at the negotiating table. All of this is off the table if rates continue to go down. So I know I'm harping on this rates going down, but that is a key factor. And with things changing nationally and the possibility of rates coming down even further in September, we got to keep a real close eye on it. That's what I do on a daily basis. In fact, to my right, your left, I've got a big TV up there watching a variety of sources to see what's happening in the market, just because it's important. Okay, number 4, more sellers are offering concessions. Sellers aren't just lowering prices this year, they're offering concessions to finalize deals. In Q1 of 2025, 44.4% of sales included buyer perks such as closing cost credits, repairs, or rate buydowns, which is up from 39.3% last year. With almost half of the home sales offering extras, buyers aren't just getting discounts, they're getting added value in what's turning into one of the strongest buyer markets in the past couple of years. If you're buying now, this is the best time to do it, because in 2025, market conditions are working in your favor. At least they are right now. You can negotiate the price, avoid bidding wars, and still have more perks. If you're selling, you might be up for a challenge, but you can still sell your home successfully with the right strategy. And this market depends strategic. In this market, that means strategic pricing, top-notch staging, and optional incentives. And I can tell you more about that if you want to contact me. If you have questions or you want personalized advice for real estate goals, feel free to reach out to me via a call at 502-376-5483. That's 502-376-LIVE. Or go to bobsellslouisville.com, fill out the form and hit submit. Or, of course, you can email me, bob@weselllouisville.com. Remember, also, I have a real estate radio show. We talk about this and a whole lot more every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. on 840 WHAS. It's Clear Channel Station, which means you can go to any browser, search engine, Google, for example, type in 840 WHAS, and then click on that link. It'll let you listen live, again, 8:30 a.m. from 8:30 to 9 on 840 WHAS every Sunday. Okay, that's it. I'm out of time. Thank you for watching. I'm Bob Sokoler, owner of the Sokoler team here at RE/MAX Properties East.